What is going on YouTube? This is Matthew B1212 here. Going to be showing you guys my car collection. I actually have a couple new things to show you, and so I guess we can start from the bottom. So down here we obviously, as you guys remember, we have the Fast and the Furious from the newest movie. We have the off-roading vehicles that they were using, a couple of them at the end of the movie and some of them from the beginning. And they're pretty cool, and I have a couple on the other side of my collection as well, which I'll show you guys in a second. But moving on over here, we have a couple of NASCARs, in between for this Toyota Celica and Celica. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced, but really like the Celica. I think the Celica is probably one of my favorite JDM cars. Other than the Mazda RX-7, I think it's probably my favorite one. But anyway, moving on up here, we have 3 GTRs. We have the white and the black, followed by a police GTR. Kind of a cool showcase right there. Moving on over here, we actually have Nissan GTR Nissan Skyline 2000, another Nissan Skyline 2000, both from the Fast and the Furious, and then a third car, which is from the Fast and the Furious all together. But this is the Honda S2000 followed up by these two. So really nice. It kind of looks it's pretty cool because you have the 2 blues and then you have the silver, but these are the same and that one's a little bit different, but they're all JDM, so it kind of ends up the same. But anyway, moving on. Moving up to the next row, we have the Mazda RX-7, which I'm pretty sure you guys may have saw in the previous video, but I'm not sure if that may be a new one to you guys. But again, this is the Mazda RX-7, followed by 2 Lincoln Hypersports in 2 different scale sizes. So if you guys see the way that it's pretty much the same car, and they're the same. They're both from the Fast and the Furious. They're very detailed, but the 1/18 scale is a little bit more detailed. But they both have a wing that you can open, and they both have some of the major features. And I think really the biggest thing with the 1/18 scales, and in general the bigger scale cars, is that they have more details, obviously, but also the lights are a little bit more sophisticated. And if you notice with some of them, the lights are they're not like a plastic, just coat on top. They're actually like legit plastic, clear plastic that you can see through, like on a real car, and that would light up if there was like a little LED light inside. So it's really cool because some of these cars, they're a little bit more sophisticated in that sense. But anyway, moving on, we have the Mitsubishi Eclipse, Mitsubishi Lancer. This is the VIII. I'm not sure exactly what number that would equate to, but this is the V with 3 eyes, and then this is the V with 2 eyes. And so this is they're both Mitsubishi Eclipses, but this one is an older one, a little bit older. This is like 1 generation older, and this one's a 1/18 scale, and that's 1 generation newer, and this is the 1/24 scale. Now the easiest way to tell is if you look at the back, you guys will see that with the Skyline, you'll see that it's a little bit more simple, and there's not really it's kind of like a square rear tail light. And with this one, it's a little bit more sophisticated, and you actually have a little bit more of some sophistication in the tail light. And I mean, like I said, this is a 1/24 scale, so this one's more of like a plastic that it's still pretty sophisticated, but it's a little bit more of a cheaper plastic that you can't really tell. So this one is actually, just to confirm, this one is the VII. So I think I may have mixed them up, but this is the newer one. I know that for sure because if you guys notice, the tail light's a little bit more of a triangle. It's a little bit more, buffed out and a little bit newer style. Like if you look at the headlights. So this is the VII. And then this one is, and I hope the tailing doesn't follow me because the people that keep coming to clean it, they keep messing with it and it keeps falling off. But this one is the VIII. So yeah, I got them mixed up because I thought that the higher the number was, the further the generation was. I thought that was the newer one, but I guess that the newer one is the one that has less Roman numerals. So this one is the V with 3 eyes, and that's the V with 2 eyes. Now maybe this one is newer, but I'm pretty sure that one is because it does look a little bit more sophisticated. It has a little bit more indents and buffs to the bumper and to the front end and all that, and the sides. So I'm not really sure, but anyway, we'll leave it at that. If you guys want to help me out and let me know, I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, moving on to the next set of cars, we have the 2 Toyota Supras. Obviously different scales. They're just, one's a little bit smaller and the other one's a little bit larger, both from the same movie. And then next to them we have the Subaru WRX STI. This isn't the hatchback, this is actually the sedan, so it's the STI. And moving on over here, I definitely know you guys haven't seen this one, but before we get to it, we have the two Toyota Supras, orange, and these are from one of the older movies. I believe it's from the third or the fourth movie, possibly. But we have the two scales, and the cool thing is the roof actually comes off, which is kind of cool. I'm not really sure where you're supposed to put the roof. I guess you just put it away somewhere. But it's kind of interesting. I wish it was kind of like a little bit more of like a better style, so you could actually just stick it in the trunk, which it kind of fits if you put it in vertically. But it still kind of seems stupid to do this way. Like, you know, what's the point? Like, you know, you're putting it on top of the turbo and all that, so it's kind of stupid. But you know, it would have been nice if they had like a way to store it, because you know, they have like this turbo thing in the back, so there's not really anything you can do with this thing. So anyway, moving on. This is the car. I don't think you guys have definitely not seen this one, because I just got this one a couple weeks ago, and I haven't done a car collection video in at least a couple, maybe a month or two. But this is another Honda S2000. It has the same tail wing, if you guys notice. It kind of slants out, and it's pretty tall. It's almost it's about a ½ an inch tall, and I mean, in real life, this is probably going to be taller than the entire car itself, because if you guys notice, this tail wing's almost as tall as the roof, and so this part right here, I mean, it's almost as tall. If you guys notice, it's kind of hard to tell, but if you guys look at it from this angle, you guys can probably tell that it's a little bit shorter, just slightly off of the roof. So it's kind of cool. And if you guys want to take another look at this Honda S2000, pretty much the same tail wing. Let's just put these together so you guys can see this. Oops, try to close that. Sorry. So if you guys notice here, we have the tail wing are pretty much the same. I don't know if this one's slightly shorter. I can't really tell, because I think, yeah, I think because this one has the full roof. It's like a coupe, so you can't really tell, but it's still pretty close. They're pretty similar in style, but obviously with this one, this seems like this roof right here is a little bit shorter, because there's no coupe. It's just a convertible, so it's kind of interesting. But it's still a really cool car. I really like this one, because it actually has all of this. It has all these like little designs and stuff. I just thought that was really cool, because I don't have very many cars that have like all this type of designs, like almost like in GTA. So I just thought that was pretty cool. I really like this one, and the rims are really cool too, because if you guys notice with this one, I love these rims, because my favorite are just 5-stars straight up. I love 5-stars, but that one has some really cool chrome rims, and I think it's interesting because if you guys notice, it almost has some camber to it, and the rims, they actually stick out slightly, so you can kind of tell that the tire and the rim, they actually stick out slightly. And I think it's similar to this one, but this one doesn't stick out as much. Maybe on the front, possibly. Slightly, they stick out off of the bumper. But I feel like you can tell more with that one, because the rims are just that much more, the rims stick out even further than the tire. And this one has the rims that kind of don't go past the tire, so I think that's kind of interesting. But anyway, moving on to the next set of cars, we have three GTRs, Nissan GTRs, and this is one of the racing ones that are from one of the movies. And I'm not even sure where I've seen this car. I don't think I've seen this car in any of the movies. This may be from Tokyo Drift, possibly, or something along those lines. But it's a really cool car, and I don't know why the tail wing's coming off. These people that come and clean our house, they always mess with my stuff, and like they've damaged multiple of my cars, and they're always messing with them. They'll throw them like this, and you know, I don't even know. It's just it gets annoying and frustrating. So sorry about that. But yeah, really cool rear, and it's really nice the way they have the hood. It's kind of like the opposite. I've never seen anything like that. It's pretty cool, especially for a GTR. But anyway, so we have the two metallic blue ones from the movie, the 7th movie, and those are Paul Walker's Skylines that he drove. Now moving on over here, these are all from the movie except for the third one. Yep, the third one is just from like Target or CVS. I have like the white down here and the black, and even the police, and then that's another one, but I just kept it with the silver just to kind of make a quick showcase. But these are both from the Fast and the Furious in the front. You guys can probably tell they're really similar. This is the only one that's slightly different because the rims are the same, but they're a little bit of a slighter different tone. They're a little bit lighter, and the front isn't black, it's silver. It's like a silver bumper on the front here, but these are black. So you guys will notice that those are probably the most similar that you'll find. But I mean, other than that, the mirrors are pretty much the same. and you know, the tail wing obviously, and you know, pretty much everything but that. So it's really just this this rim, which is the same rim, but it's just a different color. These are almost like a metallic matte rim, and these are just like not chrome but alloy. These are like alloy, so it's a little bit different. But anyway, moving on up to the top row, we have we have two trucks, and we have a Charger in the middle. We have the Silverado. I forgot what you call this thing. I always forget this one. It's a Silverado. Okay, it doesn't even say it on it, but this is the. There's a name for it because it has like the really long and wide, like the dual wheels. It has like the dual wheels on it, and there's a name for this one, and it's called like the Dudley, or I can't remember. You guys are probably making fun of me right now. What the hell are you talking about, Dudley? What the fuck? I can't remember what the name is, but it's a Silverado, and it's a Chevy Silverado Dudley or something along those lines. 99. It's a 1999 as well. Next to it, we have a 2006 or 20. I think it's a 2005 or 2006 Charger. It's not the new one because if you guys notice the back, it's just that style. So let's just see what the year is. 2008. This is the 2008, and this is actually the SRT8. This isn't the RT. This is the SRT8. So this is probably the more powerful one right here. So really cool. And the door just opened. There we go. And then over here, all the way on the right side, we have the Dodge Ram. And this is the 4-door one, the crew cab, so that's kind of cool because it's nice when you, usually I don't sell 4-door model cars. I don't have very many. These are like my 3 ones I have. And then these other 3 I have are the Ford Raptors, all the same year, just different colors. And pretty much the same style, which is pretty funny. Like they all have like this little black thing on the back or on the side of the quarter panel. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this set of my collection. This is one half of it, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to this half. You guys didn't see that coming, did you? Plot twist. But anyway, over here we have 3 Lamborghini Gallardos. We have a blue with a white stripe, a white one, and a red one. It's kind of like red, white, and blue. Gallardos worked out pretty good. Then we have a dark blue Aventador. Over here on this side we have a Murcielago in orange, and then we have the Dodge Viper SRT. So pretty cool set there. I had it set so that it was just these 4 and the Viper, and then I was gonna remove the Viper and put this Lamborghini because I was actually able to. If you guys noticed over here, I had the Lamborghini over here, but I put this car instead because I just got it, and then I actually added in the Lamborghini back over here. But I have nowhere to put this Viper because there's all 5 cars all the way down. So the best place to put it would be on the top or somewhere over there, which wouldn't make sense because there's 3 on every set, and so there's not really anywhere to sit it. So I ended up putting it back here. And so anyway, we're going to move on. But just real quick, before we forget these, we have the 2 Expeditions. We have the Ford. I believe this is a 99, and that's a 2000. But we have 2 Ford Expeditions. Pretty cool. And these are the Eddie Bauer ones. They're not the XLTs, so they're a little bit smaller on the back. They're not as long because they're not the XLTs. But anyway, moving on, we have... You guys are going to see my Mustang collection now. So we have the 2005 Mustang. We have the 2010 Mustang, 2008 Mustang, let me move that over a little bit, 2008 Mustang, and this is actually the Mustang GT, like this is like this isn't a Mustang, this is the Shelby, this is that GT 500 KR, this is like that really, this is like one of those customized Mustangs that are like really, you know, if you guys notice the rims, it's really cool because it's like a customized Shelby, it's like one of those really cool custom Shelbys. So it's really cool and powerful. But anyway, moving on, we have the 2014 Mustang Bosses. We have the 2 2014 Mustang Boss Racing Edition ones. Basically the same exact car, but just 2 different colors. Really cool. Actually, I was able to find the orange one I built. I believe it was the orange one I built, and then I found the white one that came the way it was. And they're pretty similar. There was only one thing that was different between them, and that was the license plate on the back. And this one says Mazzeto, which is the one I built, I believe. And then this one says, it says Mazzeto as well. I'm not sure what the difference was. There was one that had a difference. I think it's because this one says Mazzeto on the front and that one doesn't. But there was something that was, oh, you know what it is? No, it wasn't the sticker. It was that this one says GT. If you guys notice this one says GT right there. And then this one says, it has the Mustang symbol. So that was the difference between the two. Because, one of them had the Mustang and one of them didn't. But I can't remember which one it was. I believe it was the orange one, but I built one of them and the other one just came the way it was. I'm pretty sure the orange is the one I built because I got the white one first, I'm pretty sure. And then that's the one I just got in a box. But then this one came from a store where I was actually able to get it, and it came with all the parts and everything. So I got to choose the rims and everything. So I made them pretty similar. I have the same rims. Like they're like these silver, very dark silver metallic rims. And they're pretty cool cars. They're really nice. I like the way they look. This is like the 2014. So they're not like these ones that are the 2015. These are 2015s. And I really like the style from 2014 and back because they have like this really cool, what's it called? Parallel, or no, I forgot what you call that shape. Oh my god, am I this dumb? How am I can't remember what that, whatever you call this shape, it's like, trapezoid, I think. They have like those trapezoid headlights. I love those headlights. I don't really care for these really thin looking ones from 2015 and up. I don't really like that style, but these are really cool styles. Now anyway, moving on down here, obviously you guys just noticed we had the 2015 Mustang, same car, different color. Over here we have the 2007 Shelby. So right here we have a Shelby, and right here we have a Shelby, both Shelbys. This is the GT500. This is the GT500KR. This is the customized one. And this is a police Shelby, obviously. But over here we have the 2012 Mustang. And then over here we have the 2009 Mustang. So we have a bunch of years in here. They're very slightly, you know, within the same. If you guys notice the headlights and, you know, these little rally lights, they're pretty similar, most of them. And, you know, there's slight differences because they're like a year apart for most of them. But anyway, moving on, we have a Chevy Camaro down here. We have the Dodge Challenger number 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So we have a lot of Challengers now. I'm pretty sure these two are the same. And this one might be newer by 1 year. And then this is the newest one. I think this is the 2010. This is the Hellcat one from the movie from Fast and the Furious. So they're pretty cool. But anyway, moving on, we have the Ford GT. Second Ford GT. This is from the Fast and the Furious, actually. I got that one from, because it has the Fast and the Furious box, the second one. Mercedes CL65, I believe, maybe CL63. And then we have the Pagani Roadster. I forgot what this one's called, actually. Let me see what this one's called. This one is the Pagani, if it has a name, hopefully. Oh, it doesn't even have a name on it. Dang, that's interesting. Oh yeah, it does actually. It's like a weird font. They put it in a weird font. This is the Zonda C12. This is the C12. I thought this was the Roadster, but this is the C12. The Roadster doesn't have a top, actually. I just realized. And see, I thought this one didn't have a top because it's like glass all the way around. But this is actually the Zonda C12. And it makes sense because if you guys notice the back, it has like these really distinct wing and cool, you know, the cool taillights. I really like the taillights on this one and like that middle exhaust. But anyway, moving on, we have, and I can't believe I have this one all the way down here, but we have the Ferrari Italia, 458 Ferrari Italia. I'm not sure why that one's all the way down there. I should have kept it up here somewhere. But anyway, we have that one. And then down here, this is where we get to the muscle cars. I have a Chevy Chevelle right here. We have a Ford Mustang, another Ford Mustang, all three Ford Mustangs right here. And I actually built these two. I built everything but this black one. That one just came the way it is. And of course, the people that come and clean, they were cleaning and whatever. And apparently they used a rag and like it somehow got stuck to the whatever this little bumper is, and they ripped it apart. So this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. I mean, how do you do that? How are you cleaning and like that happens? I really don't know. I can't really understand. Because that just doesn't make much sense to me the way that happened. But, I mean, I could see parts of the rag, like, stuck to, like, all over, like, you know, that part of it. And I was just like, bro, how do you even do that? Like, what are you yanking the rag off? Like, bro, chill out. Like, nobody wants you to fucking clean them in the first place. Like, I don't know what you're fucking doing. But, yeah, that really pissed me off. That was one of the ones that really pissed me off. But also, if you guys want to see what I was talking about with this car, is they basically stuck the rag and they were cleaning, and they yanked on this wing, and basically now it just falls right off. So it doesn't stay anymore. And every time they come and clean, they knock it off and it just stays like down here, and they just leave it like that. Or, just to show you guys, this is what they'll do as well. They'll stick it on backwards, if it even stays. They'll try and stick it on backwards like this, because that's how stupid they are. They don't even know how to stick it on the right way. And I just think it's really a joke. Every time they come, they do it. To this car, every time they come, they either put it on backwards, or they just leave it on on the side there. So I really don't understand that. That really, I can't get it to stay now. That's what pisses me off, because I really don't understand that. I've never seen people that just don't know how to do anything right. That really just pisses me off that they do that. But anyway, moving on. So if you guys notice down here, These are mostly Fast and the Furious. The first one, this red one down there, if you guys notice this one right here, this one isn't a Fast and the Furious. But actually, I forgot to mention, these were the 3 Mustangs. That was a Chevy Chevelle. This is a Chevy Camaro. And then this one is the Pontiac something, Pontiac GTO possibly. I'm not really good with some of these old cars because a lot of these ones don't actually have the names on them. So it's kind of hard to tell. But the Fast and the Furious ones definitely do, and I kind of know them. So this one is the first one is the Dodge Charger, which I don't know why these are mixed up. Like, I didn't even have them in this order. Like, what? That's weird. Because these are all 3 Dodge Charger. Actually, not all 3. 2 of them are. This is a Dodge Charger. That's a Dodge Charger. This is a Plymouth Cuda, I think, or something. I don't even remember. But I know this is like a Pontiac. This may be the Plymouth. That's a Pontiac something. I'm not even sure. But anyway, moving on, we have a Chrysler. I forgot what name of that one is, but that's a Chrysler. And then down here we have a Buick. These are 2 Buicks I have. That one's damaged, and that one's the newer one I got. The damaged one's the one I built, but I just, I kept it because I built it. And this one I just got it a while ago. That it's just a newer version. We have a Jeep Wrangler, and then we have a Dodge Ram, another Dodge Ram 4-door vehicle. If you guys want to see this one, so that's the crew cab again. And I'm not really sure. I've never really seen this Chrysler in real life, but this is a Chrysler. And if you guys notice here, this is like some sort of Chrysler, which the wheel always falls off of, but I'm not really sure what type of Chrysler this is. I'm going to see on the back if it says the name. This one's called the Chrysler ME412. I'm not really sure. I've never heard of this car before, but I've had it for the longest time. And the engine's in the back, actually. And I don't think the front opens. Yeah, the front doesn't open. But the engine's in the back, and I've never even seen this car in real life. I'm not even sure what year this one is. It doesn't even show the year, but 412. I'm assuming maybe it's 2012, but I'm not even sure. It looks like it would be like a 2010 or 2012 year, because it doesn't look that sophisticated and modern. But anyway, moving on, we have our last 3. Again, these people keep damaging my cars, and the rag got stuck to this, I guess, and like it knocked off part of this plastic bumper. So I don't know if I can put this back. Let me see if I can get this to go back in here. Okay, there we go. I got it to go back in. But yeah, they just mess up with all my cars, honestly. I don't even know how they did this. Like, they punched in the light somehow. I don't even know how that happens. Like, I'm so confused. I honestly don't even know how they do this shit. Like, I mean, the car itself, like, it's kind of damaged and stuff on its own because of me. Because this is from when I was, like, it's cracked right there. That was me. But I don't even understand how this happened. I never saw that before. Like, this tail, like, got punched all the way in. Like, I don't even understand how that happened. I really don't even know what the hell happened there. But anyway, this is the Mercedes CLK. We have the BMW 3 Series convertible. And then this is the 328 or 325. And then we have the Corvette over here. And then also we have a very small 164, I think, or 136 scale Chrysler. I don't remember what you call it. What do you call this thing? Not Chrysler. I'm so stupid. The Cadillac. This is a Cadillac 62 Cadillac. I'm not even sure what you call this thing. There's a name for this car, but it just says, and this is actually not a 136, it's a 134 scale. If you guys see that, 134 scale, 1959 Cadillac Series 62. So a 62 Cadillac, or a 59 62 Cadillac. I don't even know how the fuck you call the name of this car. I forgot what it's called. It's called like an Eduardo. I don't even remember what you call it, but something along those lines. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And so, this is pretty much my collection. I'm not sure which ones you guys haven't seen in the previous videos. I know for a fact you guys haven't seen this pink Honda S2000. That's the newest one. But I'm not sure if you guys also saw this Mazda RX-7. You guys may have not saw that one. And also this green Mitsubishi. Those are my last 3 cars I've gotten in the past. These are like my newest ones. So I'm not sure if you guys saw those before, but my newest cars that I've had are, so in order of oldest to newest, the green Mitsubishi, the blue Honda S2000, the red RX-7, and the pink Honda S2000. So I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the Mitsubishi, but I'm not sure if you guys saw the Honda S2000 or the Mazda RX-7. I know you guys haven't seen this Honda S2000, but I'm not sure if you saw the other two. So I know for a fact you guys saw the Toyota Celica down here. This is one of my first cars I've gotten, but so I'm not really sure. And I also have this Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi I got, and then I got the I got the Mitsubishi Lancer, and then I got the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Then I got the Honda S2000, the RX-7, and then this Honda S2000. So Pretty much that's my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned because I will be doing some gameplays for you guys on possibly Dead by Daylight, and then also I'll do some on GTA and Black Ops and all that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, YouTube.